morning, Year 8, and welcome to your virtual celebration assembly. Mr. Dixon and I both felt that it would be a really nice way of celebrating your achievements, because otherwise we would not be able to do this in any other way. So we're going to virtually give you a handshake and say kind of well done. We're going to start the proceedings with Mr. Dixon, who's going to do an overview of some of the achievements in Year 8 in general.
It's good to be able to speak to you. It's a very unusual time trying to obviously celebrate all of your successes in a slightly different way. Normally we've got pages and pages of parts to celebrate and lots of different handshakes and plenty of eye contact. Obviously we can't do that at the moment. There's a few things like we normally would do where we're celebrating lots of your successes. Obviously we've got lots of successes that you are completing at home, so we'll go through some of those parts that have been in some of the bulletins. First part is around if you ever need to talk to anyone, you've got the contact details that are on the screen here. I know Mrs. Stevens, myself, Mrs. Eaton, Mrs. Drury, many members of staff have had plenty of contact with you and are looking out for you and trying to help you in any way that they can. But if you ever need us, be sure to make sure that you contact us on any of the contact details that we've got. So it is and has been a really, really busy term and a very unusual term. I think we could all agree on that. So, I know, to begin with, working from home was very, very tricky for lots of us. Okay, we did brilliantly in adapting what we were doing, but it was a tricky time. And being able to work out where is the best place to work, and how is the best plan to organise your time, has been tricky and has taken some getting used to. But you've all acclimatised really, really well to that. Utilise, and the many, many problems that lots of you were having with Utilise to begin with, you did really, really well to persevere and work through those problems with ICT and your teachers, and I know lots of them are resolved now and we're having much, much more success. We've got a few of your English work, so your poems. We've got poems here from Heather, Lucy and Maddie. Really, really nice to be able to see and read those in the bulletin each week. We've got the Keep You Up challenge, and I've got a couple of pictures of Kira in the top left, and Mills with the challenge that Miss Tilson set in the bulletin. So Mills did really well there, getting the 10 house points with the 15 toilet roll Keep You Uppies. I know that was a big challenge that was going around on the internet recently. So really well done there, Mills, and well done to Kira in second. We've got Bo, who actually has experienced one of her birthdays during lockdown, and she's been out on her bike practicing some of the skills that she's got on her BMX. Sophia, with a fantastic drawing there of the Royal Present in Bath as part of the art project there. Really, really impressive piece of work there. I'm sure lots of you will have seen the Performing Arts faculty's video with the toilet roll. If you haven't, there is the link on here, but obviously you won't be able to click that, but if you look back on some previous bulletins, you'll be able to see a lovely video of the Performance Arts faculty there with their video. There was a little challenge between some of your tutors and myself, so Miss Drury, Miss Tilson and myself decided to challenge each other to run in 5 kilometres, and I am very pleased to announce that I ever so slightly beat Miss Tilson, which I haven't let her forget just yet.
Is that your wrist?
That is my wrist on the right hand side. Unfortunately I was in the middle of a tunnel at that point, in one of the 2 tunnels, so a selfie at that point wasn't going to come out very well. But I was very pleased with my 26 minutes. We've got some examples of some of the fantastic languages work that you've been doing here. So we've got Mills on the left-hand side there, and Molly Clark with the work that you've produced using your pets and linking that to languages. We've got the home learning update from Mr. Summerton, which I wanted to put in there because it shows just how much extra that we are doing. Okay, so we are in the top 100 schools out of nearly 8,000 in the country in terms of our use of Seneca, and that is a big part of that is down to the work that you are doing in Year 8. So really, really well done with that. And when we break that down and look at Sam Learning, on the on the right-hand side, as you see it, we've got the tutor group breakdown. And I know from seeing some of the messages from Miss Whitehead, she's very competitive, but she's not sort of up near the top there. And we've got a number of students on the left-hand side who are doing some really, really fantastic work on Sam Learning. And we've just got the top 10 there, so if you are on that top 10, give yourself a big pat on the back. Of course, we've had lots of work going on to support the NHS and to support our heroes on the front line, and I've highlighted just some of the names of the Year 8 students who have been involved in creating some of those products for the NHS, which is really, really positive and obviously really helpful for what is happening at the moment. A couple more pieces of English work there. We've got Grace on the left-hand side and Maddie Barrett again on the right-hand side, again with some really nice pieces to read in the bulletin. We've got the Ski Sit Challenge, another challenge that's come from PE, and Matilda Jackson did fantastically well with that, where 20 minutes is quite an achievement, so really well done there. And I know Alex Ball on the right-hand side, she's been doing absolutely loads and loads of running at the moment, keeping fit, and we'll come back to that a little bit later. Here's some more of those parts that you can do to maybe enrich some of the work that you're doing at home, away from the curriculum. So I've just put a few examples of the kind of thing that you could be doing. So we've got the 30 Days of Kindness Challenge, we've got the home artwork mimicking pieces that are obviously extremely famous. We've got lots of different parts. We've got the whole school Kahoot quizzes on, I think they're on a Wednesday morning that Mr. Notton is running. So there's lots and lots of different opportunities for you to get involved and talking to different people who are from the school to be able to catch up with them in other circumstances. Now, the last one, I wanted to share some of my successes. Other than, of course, beating Miss Tilson and Miss Drury in the 5K, I have survived 2 lockdown haircuts from my wife. And the picture on the left is me surviving the second of those lockdown haircuts. And the picture on the right is something that I wanted to share with you in person. But in August this year, my wife and I are due to have a baby boy. So it'll be a mini Mr. Dixon. And I just wanted to let you know that whilst you're on lockdown. So we've got some awards. To begin with, I'm going to read out your subject nominations, and then we will pass on to back to Miss Yates. So, Emma Atwell for excellent work in the Key Stage 3 DT board game project. Alex Ball for completing all of her PE work to exceptional level and evidencing her work really thoroughly by sharing these with the PE staff. We are particularly impressed by Alex's commitment to running, as I mentioned earlier. Abigail Barnes, great work and effort in the Python assessment, and organised and doing brilliantly in her online science tasks. Avery Barnes, great work and effort in your Python assessment. Ruby Blank, adapting to learning from home whilst maintaining excellent quality of work, consistently putting in a high amount of effort into completing maths assignments, and has not been afraid to ask those questions that have helped you to complete those tasks. Emily Bunce, really great effort in catching up on missed work, and then once catching up, being able to keep up with the work that's been set for you. Olive Burgess, consistently putting a high amount of effort into maths assignments, and again, not being afraid to ask questions to help complete tasks. Eleanor Byrne, organised and doing brilliantly in your online science tasks. Lily Biles, great effort and work in your online Python assessment. Amelia Compton, excellent work in French. Ruby Coombs in 8AR, adapting quickly to working from home and showing excellent organisation and communication skills whilst completing all of your work. Alicia Caropio-Depp, outstanding work in music. Maddie Eden Barrett, beautiful poetry, where we've seen some examples earlier, exemplary attitude and brilliant organisation. Camille Gillard, outstanding work in music. Megan Griffin, commitment to learning and showing strength in independent study. She stands out a mile in regards to getting her work in every day, even when she might be struggling with the task. Emily Hughes Roberts, for outstanding work in music. Rose Kearney, consistently putting a high amount of effort into completing maths assignments, and has not been afraid to ask questions which has helped to complete the task. Enid McAllister, excellent work in French. Sophia Punt, excellent work so far in the Key Stage 3 DT board game project. Fleur Richter Heap, organised and doing brilliantly in your online science tasks. Rachel Ryan, great work and effort on the Python assessment. Anna Sherwood, excellent work so far in the Key Stage 3 DT board game. Evie Whitaker, outstanding work in music. Anna Williams, maintaining an extremely high standard of work whilst adapting to learning from home, and getting 100% on every compulsory task and attempting every extension task in maths. And Ruth Williams, outstanding work in music. Now there seems to be a bit of a theme with a number of those reasons, where it's about students asking for help, asking questions to help support them in completing or developing their work. So if you haven't already, make sure you do ask your questions to teachers, because we want to know your questions, we want to be able to help you, and we can help you to perform even better in some of the work that you're doing.
Lovely. So obviously this is an extraordinary situation that we find ourselves in, so we've got some extraordinary awards. We asked your parents if they would like to nominate you for an award because they've been particularly impressed about how you've been carrying out your work at home. And the nominations that we have received are for Molly Pike. So Molly, your parents would like you to know that you make them proud every day, but even more so at the moment. They say that you've been a joy to be locked down with. Grace Abercrombie, your parents have recognised that you've had some quite tricky situations to deal with, some systems have crashed, and this is a whole big new way of working, but they're really proud of the way that you've overcome all of those obstacles and that you've structured your learning. Ruby Walter, your parents would like you to know that they're really proud about the daily routine that you've set yourself and how that you've been working hard to keep up with all of the work that's been set and making every effort to complete everything to the best of your ability. Your parents said that they both work full time, so actually you're left to get on with it and solve most of the problems yourself, so well done you. Alessandra Taparo, your mum's written in and she said that you've been great in terms of dealing with some of the problems with technology. So apparently you've had some broadband connection issues, some old printers and things, familiar stories for lots of us, and yet you haven't let those obstacles stand in your way. You've also taken your personal fitness very seriously, going out for runs so that you remain fit and healthy for your next rugby session. Mimi Hall, your mum would like us to know, again, what a pleasure you are to have at home, and how helpful you are with having 5 in your household and a dog, so very, very busy household there. And actually, not only have you been doing your work, but helping out with your younger sister Poppy, and that's your only female playmate, so Mum recognises that's not always been easy, but you've been absolutely amazing with her. Maddie Eden Barrett, your mum has nominated you for your amazing progress that you've made with your reading, and the amount of accelerated reading tasks that you've done, and the quizzes and the books that you've read over the lockdown period. Martha Johnson, your mum tells us that you've been doing exceptionally well working from home and that they're very, very proud of you, and they're especially pleased to see how diligent you've been in completing all of your work. And then lastly, a nomination from Lola Hartwell's parents, who are really proud of your independence and your mature approach to your work. And once again, all to do with your resilience that you've shown during all of the early IT issues that we've had as a school. And really, really well done, because some of the examples and the nominations that we've had for you girls from your parents, which has been a delight for us to read. And been really lovely for us to hear all about how you've been getting on at home, because that helps us to feel a bit more connected with what's happening. And it's a bit weird us sitting here talking to you because we've got an empty hall, but we can still see you in our mind's eye.
And the last thing that I would just say is your teachers really, really do want to hear from you. So make sure that you're keeping us up to date with any questions that you have, any interesting pieces of work that you might be doing that are linked to your subject areas. We all really, really miss not being able to teach you and having to teach you through a computer, which can be really, really tricky at times. But we look forward to seeing you back in school as soon as we can, and having another assembly where we can actually be able to see your faces and get the reactions back from you. Stay safe and stay well, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Take care.